Oh, sorry guys, I just realized that we're only two chapters away from finishing the sucker. That's right. Tomorrow's the end. We're done. Tomorrow we're finally finishing it. Oh, it feels so good. Who knows? The last few chapters have actually been, decent and pretty well written. So who knows what this next chapter is actually going to provide for us? Come on, kids. Let's go watch. Yay! My Little Pirates Luffy's Adventures in Equestria. A call rings out across the sea until that browse day. Chapter, I think we're at 50 something. Twilight yawned and stretched out her wings. She flinched when one of them bent a little too far. He clenched back against her side as he flipped a hoof around to scratch her back. Note to self. Be careful spilling stuff. Crow scribbled down some notes and then glanced back. Whenever I go. Crow, just because I got wings doesn't mean every pony will, said Penny. Yeah, every pony, but every dragon I've seen got wings. Crow looked down at Penny from atop the stairs and grinned. Plus, you're giving me a whole lot of players and stuff to avoid, though Apple trees see like no-brainer. Penny blushed and furrowed her brow. Well, Crow, I hope you do get wings soon, too. You can tell me how it goes when a current catches you and pulls you into a nosedive and your friend comes at you like a wall of bricks so both you end up sore and wind up covered in the worst way to make applesauce ever. Penny slammed her hose on the table. The tower of paper flanking her creaked and teetered back and forth. Crow gulped to scratch at his spines. A stuttered chuckle escaped his mouth. Maybe I can't wait. How about I get you something? Penny blinked and slipped back into her seat. Sorry, Crow. I think you're right. A break would be good. Crow made his way down to the stairs and over to the kitchen. He paused and looked back at Penny. I'm sure the girls could help out too. Really, Crow, it's fine. Penny glanced at one of the stacks. I mean, it's more of a workload than I'm used to, but I can't let Cadence handle everything. She's already got enough on her plate from handling things back in Caroline. I know the girls can help out a little, but a lot of these decrees, rulings, and legislation require a lot of knowledge on the law. What about some of the mayor's aides, then? Asked Crow. If I was assuming somebody else's duties, maybe. But it won't take long for a skilled aide to know that all this work can only be authorized by a princess. Crow tilted his head to the side. And what do you think happens when somebody starts questioning why a unicorn, even a princess's personal student, is suddenly authorizing documents only Osmond would normally should? And maybe Glinda and Velvet would do if Osmond wasn't available. Or when they ask why the cloak I'm now wearing every time I go outside moves without a breeze. Or where Osmond and Glinda have been in general. Okay, I get it, said Crow. Still, you can't hide those things forever. What are you gonna do then? I'm sure I can handle it. Penny got her head. I just hope we find Osmond and Glinda before then. Crow watched Penny slip in her seat. He took a deep breath. I know we'll find them, Penny. And you're right. I think you can handle it fine. Thanks, Crow. Penny smiled for a second, but then looked down. I wish it were only the princesses I worry about, though. Raleigh may be a powerful person, but I wish Luffy had more time to recover. If his dancing was a sign of anything, I think he'll be fine. Crow made a fist jab to the air. Plus, Jinbei's with him, too. I bet even T-Rex would be afraid with them.
Raleigh, yeah, I'd be afraid. Luffy and Jinbei, not so much.
Good point. Penny smiled and managed to keep it on her face this time. Now, how about that tea? Right. Crow wandered into the kitchen, filled up the kettle, and then looked at the front of his face. A tongue of flame shot out of his mouth and led to the bottom of the kettle. Just a small wisp of steam started raising out of the spot. The back door burst open, and the world guard flew into the room. He looked left and right, and then spotted Spike. Where is Princess Twilight? Crow pointed to the main room. Over there. But there's the guard darted out of the kitchen. Paper swirled around him as he bowed to her. Princess! We found them! The crowd in front of Caroline Hospital was teeming on the floor with the color of flashes. A thin golden line of guards kept them away in the doors while a balloon of Pegasite guards buzzed through the air above them. Blake bit her lip and pulled her head away from the edge of the chariot. Jeez, I've seen Wonderbolt shows less crowded, said Pyrrha. Twilight gotta be goddess less crowded, said Weiss. One of the guards pulling the chariot looked back at the girls and Crow. We tried keeping everything under wraps, but their appearance was so sudden. Can you imagine what it was like seeing us they were the ones to bring back the princesses? Penny said nothing, just constantly really tired, while the wind whipped her mane around. Crow reached out and laid a claw to her shoulder, but Penny remained tense. As soon as they had landed on the roof, every pony rushed into the stairwell, down the halls, and past the waves of guards lining them. Finally, they burst into the room and came to a stop. Every pony's hearts caught in their throats. Penny's stomachs turned to a dead lump. Osmond rested on the bed with the raised mattress keeping his head propped up. Bandages stretched over the side of his face, and a plastic mask provided extra air to take in tiny breaths. The tip of his horn was blackened, and the base had small cracks in it. Only his left eye remained uncovered. It served to highlight how sunken it was, and how much his cheekbones stuck out. His mane only reached to the middle of his neck and hung limp, frayed, pink. IVs and thick tubes trailed out from under his seats and connected him to a series of drips and machines that filled the room with a squeamish melody. You know, normal Celestia I would feel bad for, but Xenolestia, I'm rooting that she'll die. But as I said, here's the problem. The first place Xenolestia thinks of teleporting Blackbeard is not above the ocean, not above a lake, not above Rainbow Falls. Oh, no. Teleports him into the middle of a wasteland. I'm not the only one who sees the problem here. At the sight of Penny, though, he managed to smile. Twilight. Tears flooded down Penny's face. Headmaster Osmond! She raced down across the room, draped herself over Osmond's side. Osmond tried to lift up a leg to hug Twilight. Penny froze when he felt something bend press against her leg. She managed to lift her head to see a thin stump straining to try and reach out to her. Sorry, Osmond coughed. I'm used to wrapping my wing around you. Pyrrha and Blake both shuddered and wings bristled. Osmond glanced at them. It's okay. He paused to take several breaths. Half Kate's back in fashion. Weiss's eyes widened. Why am I nose in fasten? Osmond managed to bend his head to look a few degrees towards Penny. Have to talk. It's okay, Princess. Headmaster. Penny reached out, took a hold of one of Osmond's legs. I'm just glad you're back. We can wait. Glinda. Osmond called out. Glinda will explain. Osmond let his head flat back out until he was out. Penny clasped his leg tightly and sniffled, and then turned to the guard standing by the door. I'm going to do this once. Twilight, come to my side. No. Shining armor, come to my side. Yes, Princess Celestia. I need you to take my place. I'm handing the Autobot matrix of leadership to you. Oh, Princess, I can't. I'm just a soldier. I'm not worthy. That may be. But one day, one of us shall rise and unleash the Autobot the Pony Matrix of leadership and light our darkest hour. Yes, her chest cavity just opened up. Element of horny. Until the day. She pulls it out. All are one. Shining Armor tries to grab for it, but it slips out of his hose. It falls into the hose of Twilight. Twilight holds it up, gleaming, shining bright, with bright lights flashing out. And somewhere, T-Rex, who's now a giant planet eater, roars in anger. I love the Transformers movie. Glinda rested on the bed, and like Osmond, wasn't in need of a mask to aid her breathing, which allowed her Snopsaurus to skate unabated. Her entire body was still covered in bandages, though, and a multitude of IVs stuck out of her legs. Her face was uncovered, but her gauze wrapped around her head, hiding whatever was left of her mane. A few of the girls felt their stomachs roil at seeing how flat the left side of her head was, where there should have been an ear. Penny glanced by the pair of chairs by Glinda's bed, and then to the guards. Could You get us some extra chairs, please.
Of course, the guards replied in unison.
They gave a salute and rushed out of the room. They returned a few seconds later with the chairs. After setting them down, they backed away and resumed their pursuits at the door once more. All the girls took their seats and looked at Penny. A faint glow radiated off her horn. Everyone just takes a deep breath and relax. If this works, I'll see you after I get a guard to cast a spell on me, too. Everyone did as Penny said, leaned back in their chairs. The glow from Penny's horn spread across the room. They all took a breath and closed their eyes. When the next opened them, they found themselves floating in the night sky. Stardust covered their hose, and occasionally fizzing and sending out tiny sparks that shot out to space. Most of the sky simmered with constellations, but patches of it were barren, or the stars glowed like old lights. A collection of nearby stars shimmered and swirled around before coalescing in the shape of a pony. With a flash, Penny materialized beside everyone else. Her head shot up and she looked around. Good. It seems husband regained consciousness long enough for you to guide you here. Glinda's voice called out. Everyone turned to see that Glinda had emerged out of the stars in her shrunken form. Forgive me for not being awake to greet you, but with my magic and body as they are, it took most of my strength to maintain this space. It's fine, Princess, said Blake. You've done more than enough. Thank goodness you made it back. Thank goodness you have seemed to prevail over Tirak. I sensed a great torrent of magic from afar, but even I wasn't sure, as I felt the great multitude of lives still within Canterlot. Glinda held in on Blake's shortened mane. Did you suffer any serious injuries? Nothing a few days of rest couldn't fix. But Penny... Yang looked over at Penny and paused. Penny, why are you a unicorn again? What do you mean, why am I a unicorn? Penny spread her head towards her bare back. Where did it go? Normally, your appearance under my influence is the same as in reality, unless I will it. But the state I'm in, you are more or less how you perceive yourself. Glinda explained. Were you seriously injured, Penny? No, but now I'm... Penny shook her head. It can wait. I'm fine, though, and so is everyone else. And Straw Hat and his brother? Everyone tensed up. Penny took a breath. There is a lot that happened, and we need to explain. But Luffy is going to be fine. Yeah! Ruby exclaimed. He just seemed the way he danced last night. I gotta ask him if he knows any other crazy moves when he gets back. Back? Glinda asked. As I said, it takes a lot to explain, said Penny. What about you and Osmond, though? We heard some things, but we still don't know how you beat Blackbeard. Glinda lowered her head, feeling her face in shadow. We didn't beat him. At best, we could have called it a stalemate. If things just continued as they had to, I'm not sure we both would have made it back. Glinda clenched her teeth and lit up her horn. Light flared up beneath everyone, facing the stars with an overhead view of a vast and desolate landscape. The dusty gray and red plain pockmarked by gorges and rocky ridges. Nora stretched out a hoof to poke at the desolate plateau, and the image rippled like a pool. Please, Glinda huffed, remain still and watch. Yang then raised a hoof. Why didn't you guys teleport right above a lake? Glinda, I don't know. That would have seemed so much easier. Suddenly Glinda in the middle of the wasteland. A second layer, a great fireball ballooned outwards, turning sections of the rocky plain glossy and black. Even though no one had moved, the entire plain shuddered. Chasms opened up, and the ground either jabbed upwards or sunk into the abyss. Lightning arced across the newly formed canyons and mountains. Blasts of plasma joined it, turning the sea into a deadly light show. Spots of pure darkness swallowed up the blast here and there. All the while, day slowly gave way to night. Soon, though, the cycle of moons, the sun and moon showed. We fought ceaselessly, Glinda explained. We traded blow after blow while the waste around us bore the brunt of our attacks. It was only thanks to Blackbeard's inexperience with his power that their damage wasn't narrowed down to just myself and sister. His ability to engulf our magic in his darkness made up for that deficiency. Don't ask me how that works. So it became a battle of attrition, with each of us slowly wearing the other down, waiting until we were too tired to deliver one final blow. An earthquake rippled through the wasteland, but split at one point that glistened like a miniature sun. When the dust settled, the earth had been transcended into vast chasms. I would have withstood that attack,
But I know how Osmond thinks of me. Glinda frowned and steeled her face. I will have also fought to the last breath to protect her as well. Yet even that resolve faltered for a second at the battle's climax. The battlefield wavered like a stormy sea and reformed to show Blackbeard leering up at everyone. Blood soaked his coat. Patches of his fur were singed off, and gases and burns marred his body. His breath keened out ragged, and he slumped forward while tearing slightly, but a chilling gleam still shining in his eyes, even if it was one nearly swollen shut. Behind him, all his men but Burgess were strewn across the ground, and even Burgess was wobbling a bit. Suddenly, near them turned and swirled in on itself. The vortex twisted and ripped open a void. Out of it stepped the Bardric conquest with his paw clenched his curved claw.
What the hell? Blackbeard snarled. Shiro, you're supposed to wait at the ship until I give you an order.
Wait. Oh, you poor sap. You became the conquest with none of the abilities.
There's trouble.
Shiro attacked. Blackbeard clenched his teeth and turned his attention forward once more.
Good fight.
Wait! Rang the distorted echo of Glinda's voice. Blackbeard pulled back a leg and smashed it in the air. The air cracked and the ground roiled. A large section of it flew upward, and the entire image whirled and went into a tumult. Blue hooves shot out and snatched an unconscious husband out of the chaos, and everything went black. Everyone looked up at Glinda. She let out her breath. When the dust cleared, Blackbeard and his men were gone. I wandered away, using what magic I could muster to stave off the worst of Osmond's injuries and bring about day and night. I probably could have held out for a few more days, but when help arrived, I finally allowed myself to give in fatigue. Even considering who rescued you, asked Yang. What matters is they brought us back to civilization. Glinda said with a frown. I'm familiar with second chances and recent events. We may consider this a sign of good faith. I agree, Blake murmured. I mean, given what we're going to do, we should give them a chance. And what exactly are you going to do? Glinda asked. Well, Penny sucked at her lower lip. We should explain what happened here as well. By Starswell's beard, Glinda said after having listened for some time. I can't believe Sister taught you that spell. And to think you would ascend. Though, that does explain everything. I thought Sister was joining us when you arrived. Glinda paused and looked down. Then she bowed her head. You have my deepest thanks for bringing Straw Hat back from the brink and saving Equestria once more. The brother, on the other hand, was a lost cause a long time ago, wasn't he? Yeah, pretty much doomed by canon. We tried to fix him, but the author just wouldn't let us. We tried. She took a breath and raised her head. I find freeing Salem highly dangerous. It's not just in her nature to be chaotic, it is her very being. The normal rules of magic don't apply to her, and physical imprisonment is impossible, even with anti-magic stone. Is it really okay to keep her in stone forever, though? Said Blake. It sounded like that was one of the reasons he was so mad in the first place. Salem would get mad at Ants for not dancing a jig when he passed by. Glinda replied. I can never forgive Discord for what he did to Equestria in the past, and I always see him in that light. Perhaps Salem lived in a similar manner, only seeing ponies as toys and never knowing of friendship or kindness. While freeing Salem threatens all of Equestria, if I believed that any pony could reform him, it would be you all. Pierce scratched her mane and blushed. I guess we are pretty awesome. We don't know when Livy will be back, but you can rest until then, Princess, said Penny. Is there anything else we can do? You have done more than enough already, Glinda replied. I imagine our rescuers would like to discuss things with you, though. I know it may be difficult, but to see that they are treated as well. Of course, Penny gave a small brow. Ooh, I can finally test my cooking idea, too, Ruby squealed. The stars swirled around everyone, and their vision grew blurry. Glinda's body started fading away into space. She smiled and said, Then I'll see you when it's time to free Salem. Goodbye, my friends. Quick jerked down the hall, away from the princess's rooms, where the other room occupied a door. Clustered guards stood around the door. Penny glanced back at her friends, gulped and opened the door. Two more guards stood on the opposite side of the room. On the other side of the room, three changeless slaves were huddled together. all of them bound with an anti-magic on their horns. One was smaller than the other two, and had a mink that represented a wilted lily pad. Her ears perked up as she stared at Penny and her friends, overlapping circular with little pupils. I'm embarrassed, she whimpered. Yes, said Penny. I am Penny, and these are my friends. Blake, Weiss, Yang, Ruby, Pyrrha, and Crab. I... The changeling bowed her head, hiding her face behind her mane. Ruby raised her head up to her ear and shrugged. Anyone get that? I think she said her name is Pupa, said Blake. Pupa pulled back in response and tried to hibernate herself behind two drones. Pyrrha eyed Blake. You have any distant relatives you want to tell us about? Wouldn't that be a twist? Ruby chuckled. Girls, time for jokes later. Penny took a step forward, and Pupa moved back further. The drones got up and blocked Penny's path, revealing tips at her fangs. Penny reared herself where she stood. Okay, I know changelings and ponies don't have the best history, but you have our thanks for saving Princess, for Headmaster Osmond and Headmaster Linda. I promise we won't hurt you. Pupa pressed the drone's legs and took a sneaky step forward. Mother is gone. We were waiting like she ordered, but when the sun and moon fought so close to us, I disobeyed her. We can live here now, right? Mother said that was the deal. Yang raised an eyebrow. Deal? Celestia had been very spiteful about what happened during the war. Penny looked at the leg and extended it out. There's a lot we don't know about changelings, but if you want a place to live and you don't want to hurt any pony, Equestria will always be a place for you. People started took a breath. They tightened their muscles, raised their leg, and clasped Penny's hoof. Thank you. So, Ruby slid beside Pupa and raised the leg across her back. How do changelings feel about cupcakes made with lots and lots of love? A few days later, Blake received a knock on her door. As he gasped, Luffy stood there with a wide smile on his face, despite a few cuts and bruises. Raleigh was a little roughed up as well, but sported a grin. The girls all quietly gathered at Penny's. I don't believe it. Weiss looked up from the newspaper Raleigh had provided her. Everybody wore similar socks to breasts as they scanned over the article. Are all pirates the same? I think the word you're looking for is awesome. Pierre grinned at Luffy and Raleigh. That was a pretty smooth trick you pulled, at least daring do-worthy. Well, Raleigh was the one that came up with it, Luffy chuckled. Glad to hear the princesses made it back too. And what about the bug ponies? I didn't really talk to them that much except for that creepy queen. I'm starting to think that Chrysalis was just a bad apple, said Yang. Them drones can be a little bit odd, but people seeking to life in Equestria like fish to water. And the business that Secret Cube Corner is booming because of her and her hive, Ruby exclaimed. Luffy's eyes widened. They haven't eaten anything, have they? Don't worry, Ruby grinned. I'm sure to make sure to work extra hard, so we can have a reserve stock for you ready when you get back. Plus, since Mr. Shinbei left, there's extra for you and Mr. Raleigh. All right, Luffy cheered. Raleigh scratched his beard. Well, you're eating you can on the way to Caroline. We're not taking anything with us when we go. Raleigh turned his attention to the girls. Assuming you're okay with unleashing discord. Silence fell upon the room. Penny gulped. We want Luffy to get stronger, and we want to get stronger too. Discord may be strong, and the idea of reforming him seems impossible, but I know Luffy will succeed, and so will our friendship. Raleigh let out a hearty laugh. You're making me nostalgic for my own crew. I'll best be careful and not inspire new rivals for Luffy. A wicked grin spread across Pierre's face. Now there's an idea. Ruby sat next to her with an equally devious smile on her lips. Yeah. Don't you girls think we got enough responsibilities at home? Said Yang. Relax, Yang, Pierre said. I mean, we would be probably the most awesome pirates out there, but making the Wonderwalls is still top priority for me. And we got way too much new business in the corner for me to leave now, said Ruby. Aw, Luffy sighed. That's a Quest pirate crew would be pretty cool. Don't encourage them! Penny, Weiss, and Yang said in unison. Raleigh coughed to himself. Anyway, shall we be off? Yes, no point in wasting any more time. Penny trailed off and looked over to Luffy. We do have one stop to make before Discord, though. Trees and a few statues dotted the fields. Some of the sculptures depicted ponies in armor, while others simply looking off into the horizon. If the statues didn't mark a grave, then the tombstones were inscribed with ranks and honors. Even this one, Lieutenant Corporal Yellowbelly, ran at the first sign of trouble, screamed at the first sign of horror. Or this one over here, Dexter Griff, not dead yet, but he soon will be. What? Preferably by shotgun blast to the skull, shotgun blast to the stomach, or if I just tie up a whole bunch of C4 to him, put him onto a catapult, and throw him into the nearest blue base. This epitaph written by Sarge. Lieutenant Sarge. That's his full name? Looking those, the stones contain a short description of a pony's deeds in service to Equestria. The majority of the cemetery was covered in grass that lightly brushed the hooves of the visitors, but the earth was still fresh by the grave of every pony that gathered around. Norrin's hat with 2 smiles buttoned to it was straight to the corner of the tombstone. Its base was a collection of blue, orange, and red flowers resembling a bonfire. His epitaph read, Portuguese D. Ace. We wish he had more time to spend developing his character and to make us relate to him more, but he didn't, so he died. Luffy sat in front of the grave and was silent for some time. Nobody else said anything until he smiled up in his mouth. Ace, you're a wimp. I just needed to say that. But just you watch. I'm gonna be king of the pirates! Luffy got up and marched closer to the grave. Took his hat off and stared down at it. Raleigh says where we'll be training is gonna be dangerous. So until I get back, please take care of this. Luffy placed his hat in a corner opposite the Ace's. He stood there for a moment longer, then stepped back. Like his eye, then found himself wrapped in a hug by Blake, with tears spilling down her face. Hey, don't cry that much. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't help it. Luffy reached out and gave her a pat on the back. Well, thanks. He ain't going to huff on his shoulder. It's what friends do. And we'll make sure nothing happens to your hat either. Pierre gave Luffy a light punch on his shoulder. Not like anything's gonna mess with it anyway. He smiled and turned his head towards Penny. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. Osmond and Glinda were waiting by Discord's statue when the group arrived. One of Glinda's hind legs was in a cast, and the rest of them were bandaged up with the majority of her torso, and a bit of her head around while she lost her ear. Osmond was confined to a wheelchair, and both his forelegs were in casts. He had to lean a bit to the left so that the stump where his wing would have been didn't grind to the back of the seat. His unbandaged eye widened at the sight of Raleigh. Master?
Oh boy,
Raleigh muttered. Glinda howled over and peered at Raleigh. Penny was not jesting when he said you resembled Master Starswirl. Glinda. Osmond swirled his head back and forth. What in Equestria is going on? Why is our master back from the dead, and here of all places? Oh. A little bit of sweat rolled down Glinda's face. I was worried I forgot something.
Was this Celeste? Hey, Master Osmond, you're looking even better than when I last saw you.
Raleigh chuckled and bowed to her.
It's an art formally meet you, though.
That's not. Osmond furrowed his brow. How have you come to know me?
Well,
Raleigh scratched at his beard.
my captain just got a crazy idea one day that may have led us to wandering around the island for a bit, taking a bit of cider, and finding some ancient treasure, usual pirate stuff and the like.
Now wait a minute. Yang dared to hoof at Raleigh. You were the cause of the great sire disappearance? Raleigh let out a nervous chuckle.
Can you forgive an old drunkard for youthful mistakes?
You did get that Blackbeard farmer to leave, so I guess that makes up for a few barrels of cider. Yang leaned close to Raleigh until their mustaches was toasting. But don't you ever touch the cider again. Got it?
Raleigh nodded his head. Yep, definitely that farmer's grandchild. I've seen King's led scarier than you two.
Dang straight, said Yang and smiled. I still can't believe Roger managed to slip in. Osmond pressed a hoof to his head and sighed. Look up. That's in the past now. It matters little compared to what you're about to do. Are you absolutely certain freeing Discord is necessary? Freeing Salem is necessary?
Well, if my captain were still alive, no, Raleigh answered. Without hearing more sailed, though, it would take too long to get where I want to train.
I see. Osmond looked over everyone. We're just any pony else's host, and we're enough for the great debt I owe both Straw Hat and Fire Fist. I wouldn't allow this in 1,000 years. Yet I feel Salem deserves to remain in stone, and wants his friendship blossom around him. Perhaps there could be no greater victory over him than having that very friendship grow him in himself. It does also help to have two notorious pirates as backup, Linda said as a wink in Luffy's direction. Now let's get started. Penny stepped towards the statue, and her friends lined up with her. First, Penny's horn lit up, followed by her tiara. The rest of the elements followed suit. Bands of rainbow light floated out of them and linked together with lifting their bearers off the ground. The band spiraled upwards towards Twilight with Penny's tiara, exploding in a cyclone that washed over Salem. Cracks and pots filled the air. A paw burst out of the statue, followed by a claw, then a donkey's leg, then the tip of a serpent's tail. Light streams of the cracks, raining through Salem's torso, and then head, flashed and went off. When everyone's eyes cleared, Salem went over them while framing a Polaroid photo until it cleared up. Feeling everyone blinking in various states of temporary blindness, she frowned the photo, crumpled it, and threw it behind her. It exploded like a crater, mirroring the very same area of the statue garden still standing. You know, when I make an entrance, I usually expect a better reaction. Chief, I'm sorry. They were not impressed.
It's okay, Cortana.
You did it! You freaking did it! You actually did a Salem and Cortana joke! I can't believe you! What can I say? It was too easy. She vanished in a pop, and when he appeared at Osmond's side, it struck her chin with a talon. Oh, but if the wait wasn't worth it to see you like this, Osmond. It brings back such fond memories of when you and Glinda were putting up your little resistance. Osmond put Salem's talon with a hoof. Don't like you haven't been watching already, Salem. I know how the elements affect you. Salem snoring and with a sarcastic crown growled. Yes, it was so much fun watching my failure of creation cause absolute pandemonium and not let me join in on the fun. She then leered at Blake and snapped her talons. There was a flash, and Blake now stood with her three bats on her flank, wings leathery and fangs poking out of her mouth. Quite as shocked seeing sweet little Blake flanking from here to practically to Tartarus on her own. Probably would have gotten a good laugh if I wasn't, imprisoned in stone. Pierre flew up between Salem and Blake and glared at her. Blake yawned, and made a motion with her to stretch her arm above her head, and backhanded Pierre while doing so, sent her flying across the courtyard. Nothing like a good stretch before unleashing the daily morning chaos. Salem glanced up at the sun. Or maybe I should make it a middle of a night stretch. You jerk! Luffy bent his knees and prepared to throw himself at Salem, but Raleigh raised the leg back to block his path. Oh! Salem mused while the girls rushed over to check on Pyrrha. She looked through the air and floated around Raleigh. Well, isn't this quite a treat? The Dark King himself. Come to free little old me. Come on, tell me the plan. Overthrow Equestria and make your title literal. Steal the elements and sell them on black market. How about some good old chaos? Never hurts to just go with some basic chocolate rain, barking cats, or reverse gravity. Don't want to do anything too extreme at first. Gotta get in the groove and all. A flamboyant red open-faced shirt materialized on Salem, and two maracas appeared in her hands. She then danced around Luffy and Raleigh.
Actually, I'd just like to spend some time at Riscayena, if you don't mind,
said Raleigh. Salem came to a halt. Clothes and maracas vanished off of her, and she bent backwards to stare at straight upside down. Oh, you even visited my vacation home. I suppose from one chaos maker to another, I could send you there. I believe the fire rain season is just around the corner. She then twisted her neck in a full circle and glared at Luffy. I have no reason to send Straw Hat, though. He's just a goody two-shoes masquerading around like a pirate. I'm not! Luffy shouted. What kind of good guy doesn't share his meat? Tell it to Goku. Salem hissed and then crossed her arms. A vicious gleam glistened in her yellow eyes. Besides, I intend to pay you and everyone else get back for sealing me. Again. Oh, Osbin and T-Rex throwing their temper tantrums distracted me for a while, but once I get back in the swing, I have so many new ideas to try out. Something poked at his stocky leg, and he looked down to see Blake staring at him. Her fangs gave her a lisp when she spoke. Maybe we could have fun doing something else. Salem sniggered, and then let loose a strain of laughter. She snapped her talons, and Blake returned to her normal form. Blake, you really are full of surprises. How's it feel knowing Osbin and all your friends that you lost it while trying to make nice with me? After all, what's to stop me from turning you all into a wild bat pony that'll be the stuff of campfire tales for ages? Salem leaned down and tapped at a dull gray butterfly jewel resting in the middle of her element. Especially when you've worn down your backup plan. Don't know how that happened. I just... No. I don't know. Hey, I'm still here! Livy yelled and flexed a leg. And I'll kick your butt as many times as it'll take for you to stop being such a jerk! No. This fic is called Livy's Adventures in Equestria, and I feel like I have done shit. Hello? Anybody? Anybody listening? Yep. Salem wagged her paw at Luffy. Last I recall, you want to go to my vacation home, which, now that I think about it, does sound like a wonderful idea after all. Seeing you torn apart by the weather and beasts will be quite the show. I may even need to dust off my toga for it.
So, will you take us there?
Raleigh asked. Hey, wait a minute, said Luffy. Were we going to make sure he doesn't cause too much trouble first?
He's a tricky one, I'll give him that.
Raleigh looked up at Salem.
I get the feeling, though, that with the right ponies around, she'll get better. And if she doesn't, well, you'll have a good way to test the fruits of your training. I mean, it's not gonna matter much. You can just snap his fingers and boom, you're gonna get chained down with sea stone cuffs. But hey, give for the guy for trying.
Raleigh, come here, buddy. We all know that Luffy being Discord makes zero sense.
Of course, I mean, he's just a straw hat. There's nothing stopping Discord from turning his clothes into metal, or turning him into a banana, or anything like that.
Exactly. So, I have to ask, how does Discord's reality bending powers work on you?
Oh, what? You're thinking that I'm immune to it? It's reality bending. You can't be immune to reality bending. That's just stupid. And his mind games would probably work on me just as well. I mean, to do otherwise would just be stupid and poorly written.
So, how tough would Discord be compared to you?
I would just kick reality in the flank.
Salem chuckled. You pirates are really a riot. You want to give me all that time to make Equestria mine. Plenty of time to get back to full strength so I don't get sucker punched again. And your best part these foals without their elements.
Raleigh smirked. You forget something, Salem. Those elements just powered up what was already there. Does enhance their own natural abilities. They are the elements of harmony. They don't need those stamps anymore. They have their own inner light.
You may be laughing now, but I have a feeling the magic of this land can affect even you. He's right, said Penny. I may not be fully sold on freeing you yet, but the bond I've made with my friends has overcome to challenge after challenge. And you almost undid it all your own. Salem sneered. Maybe I could just sit back and wait until you create another big mess. Princess Penny. You're right. I did screw up. Penny lowered her eyes and sighed. Then she stared back up at Salem with a look that made her reel her head back. But my friend stood by me and forgave me for my mistake. That's one of the most powerful friendship lessons I've learned so far. And an excellent one at that. Osmond commented. Salem scratched up her face and bared her fangs. Well now, I feel like just crawling back to sleep. She glared at Luffy and Raleigh. Have fun dying. Bye! Luffy and Raleigh vanished in a flash. Salem twisted around, grinning down at everybody. So, you think being forgiven for mistakes is a great friendship lesson? Let's see how you feel about making the mistake of freeing me. Salem opened her mouth to cackle, but Blake spoke up. And what if it wasn't a mistake? What was the chance for making up for your mistakes? One of Salem's eyes twitched, and she pressed herself up to Blake's face. Spark fizzled off her eyes, and smoke curled out of her maw. Blake stared straight at him. You listen to me, you weak little robot! She snarled. I don't make mistakes. I make chaos. Well, just because you do, doesn't mean you have to be mean or hurt ponies, Blake retorted. Oh, Salem seethed. I'm going to have fun showing just how wrong and foolish you and your stupid friends are. Hot air whipped around Luffy. Sweat had already collected on his brow. He raised his arm off to wipe some of it off. Paused and stared at his hand. He looked over to Raleigh to see he was fully human again. All around him was a thick forest filled with sounds of wild beasts prowling around it. Smoking volcanoes poked up above the canopy, and dark clouds rumbled in the distance. Luffy placed his hand. Always feels weird not having fingers.
Don't get too comfortable, Raleigh said. This island sits at a nexus between Equestria and the rest of the compound. You'll find pockets of magic that can do all sorts of things to you. The weather rapidly fluctuates with a different season each week, and only the most ferocious of creatures are found here. In fact, there's a few nearby. BAM! Now there's not.
How do you know all that? Luffy asked. Raleigh blinked.
Never I told you? Well, before we get started, let me tell you a little bit about a ability called Haki.
Money, wealth, fame, power. King Roger, king of the pirates, achieved this and everything else the world had to offer. His dying words sent thousands of pirates to the seas.
My wealth and treasure? You can have it. I left everything I own at one place. Now you just have to find it.
These words sent countless of pirates across the seas, sent sorts of dreams even bigger than they ever imagined. This was the tale of the great pirate era. Come aboard, bring along all your hopes and dreams. We'll find everything we're searching for. One Piece! Across the sea, for what was perhaps the first time since ancient days, a call rung out that both pony and human responded to.
Wait. Can I join in?
Service narrator. Hit it.
A shipwright toiled in the burnt remains of a lab with an apple farmer fought against pony eating apples.
Compass left behind, it'll only slow us down. Your heart will be your guide, raise the sails and take the helm.
A navigator studied hard while Pegasus tried to regain the speed Discord had stolen from her. While the sharpshooter and party pony tried to work off the massive fleet they had suddenly gained.
Your heart will be your guide, raise the sails and take the helm. That legendary place on the end of the map reveals is only legendary till someone proves it real.
An archaeologist conversed with revolutionaries, while Fascinista tried to maintain her dignity, while bound to loose carriages and clothes. Both a trio of fillies and a musical skeleton tried new things and vowed to make their way through the crazy world.
Come aboard through all the heartache and all the pain. Just know that I'll be there to stand by you. Just as I know you'll stand by me. Down. Come aboard. Bring along all your hopes and dreams. We'll find what we're looking for. There's always room for you if you'll be my friend. Somewhere, a swordsman threw away his pride, and two princesses made fools of themselves to distract discord and gave their friends a brief reprieve from his madness. A young dragon struggled constantly with 16 sizes due to a nefarious prank, and a chef fought for his manhood against a great army of cross-dressers. A doctor to pour over text after text in the ancient library, while an animal caretaker endured unending torment and her guests bestowed upon her, making note of the way he sometimes hesitated and restrained himself around her. Oh, dreams! We are on the cruise! In both Equestria and on an island not far away, a newly ascended alicorn and pirate greeted each day with a smile, no matter what chaos was thrown their way. We are! They all knew that no matter what happened, in 2 years, it would be time for them all to meet once more. 3 days. Do not come in 3 days. Meet up again 2 years later. To the new world!